What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So guys, today we're going to be using Sharkjira and seeing if he is actually trash, guys. Now, because I have been getting a couple comments saying that I believe that Sharkjira is trash, and let me go ahead and give you guys the reason why. But first off, let me show you guys that Sharkjira actually has like a Hulk themed skin almost. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Hulk themed. You can sort of customize it, go through all the options and customize. Probably put a little green right here, make these let's make these purple. And yeah, so you can actually make them look pretty cool and sort of like Hulk. But guys, yes, that's going to be it. Now, I don't actually believe Sharkjira is trash or bad in any way, shape, or form. But I have been getting a couple comments saying that I believe that, or that on my tier list video that I made, that Sharkjira is actually a little bit low on the list. Well, the reason why he's low on the list isn't because he's bad or anything like that. Like, by no means am I saying that Sharkjira is actually a bad shark. He's honestly really, really good and one of the best, but I just didn't put him best in C, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure I put him A tier, but that is because the big nerf to his ability. Now, I have been hearing people saying like, oh, well, I got these amount of points. I got millions and millions of points with them because I blew up a toxic barrel and stuff like that. And while I do understand that, that is very, very good, you have to be in almost the perfect situation for you to be able to use his ability properly and properly get the amount of points. The reason, and people have been saying that he's also better than Kraken, which just... It's just not true, guys. Kraken is the best shark for very, very numerous reasons, but I will get into that in a small moment. First, let's go ahead and get Sharkjira and why I'm saying that his is an ability. What his nerf, if you guys don't know, is on his main ability right here, which is called Atomic Blast. It lasts only 7 seconds now. It used to last, I believe, 12 or 13 previously, and 5 seconds may not seem like a lot, but in his case, it really was. It really was something big. They nerfed that. They also nerfed and made it take a lot more food for you to actually completely fill up the meter. Because previously what you could do is on like a gold rush, and when you had a gold rush, you could use his nuclear blast ability and it cauterize enough and last long enough to where you could cauterize enough things to where you could use it again, and then you would get a gold rush again almost immediately, and then his meter would also fill back up in the same time where you could almost get basically two back-to-back nuclear atomic blast. Now, as you've seen, we already at 7 million points, and yes, that is very, very good, but the only issue is his, instead of before where you could sort of spam, which I kind of understand why they may or may not have nerfed him, but as to the reason, okay, that was weird. But as to the reason why, as to why it's not as per se good, is because now when you get a gold rush, it's harder to time it with your atomic blast, and you have to be in the proper area now. That since you have to eat so much more food to get your atomic blast, sometimes you'll just be out of one way. And even when you use an atomic blast like right now, even if you try to use it now to try and get yourself that gold rush, it's not even going to be guaranteed simply because it just doesn't last long enough. And the cauterize, I think the range of it is still the same and everything like that. But by no means is he bad in that sense. Like, the guy is still good, and he's actually the guy who I got my high score, which is of 400 and something million. I think it was 422 million. That's the guy who I actually got it with back when he was better. But it's not that he's bad anymore. It's just that he's not as consistent as he used to be, which slightly makes him a little bit less on the list. That's why, and the people have been trying to compare him to the Kraken, and the Kraken is probably the most consistent shark in the game. The only shark that I can see is being close to him in consistency wise is probably Leo. Because, Leo and Nessie. But other than those two, there's really no one else who really has that same consistency as the Kraken. Now, the Sharkjira does have these good moments about him, but in other situations, you're not going to be really that fortunate, especially when his health green starts getting crazy, which is, I think, is around 12, 15-ish minutes. And then it gets harder and harder to use your atomic blast, and you don't get those lucky situations. it's you're not gonna have as many points as you may or may not seem. But with the Kraken, you can almost you can guarantee, even though your health drain starts getting stupid crazy, you're still going to be fine, just because his tentacle ability, where he drills, tentacle drill ability, that's what it's called, you're still able to do basically whatever that you want to do. And it's such a good ability to where that it activates immediately on boost, which is also like how Leo works, which is why I say he's also some of the most consistent. When you start drilling like that, it even destroys things that are in like that general area. Like, it doesn't have to be directly in front of you or anything like that. And that's what makes the ability. Now, granted, compared to the Kraken's ability, the Sharkjira's ability is definitely much better, because it just has a wider range, it lasts longer, and just simple things like that, and that's completely understandable. But the thing is, the Kraken's on charge is much quicker. Like, I'm pretty sure you could get 3, maybe even 4 Kraken tentacle whip abilities before you're able to get Sharkjira's ability, or around a very similar time. And in that case, it's much better. And Sharkjira's ability is better off of a gold rush than it is off of just doing it normally. However, you can use it for both ways, and it will operate perfectly fine that way. But Kraken, the thing that makes him different is your ability is honestly better to use without him being in a gold rush, simply because when he does go into a gold rush and uses tentacle saw, he's just an extreme monster with all the boost, extremely wide area of effect that he actually attacks, and he's just very good and very consistent when it comes to that point. Now, in comparison to Sharkjira, his is good as well, but it's just that it's more so on a gold rush, and it's just so hard to get at times that I just don't feel like it would be in comparison. It's a better ability for what it is, but to compare to how long it takes you to end up getting it, and then having to time it on a gold rush and things like that to get those proper boosts and bonuses, I just don't feel like it's as good. Because look, we've been in here for 5.5 minutes already, and we're at 30 million points just about. In my honest opinion, I do believe that Kraken could be able to get this amount of points in probably a slower amount of time. Simply because when he gets a gold rush, he's just cleaning, and it's just that the Kraken is just better. I don't see how you could say Sharkjira is better. I understand his ability is better, but that one perk doesn't make him the better shark. Kraken is just way more consistent than he is. But as why I don't compare him to Leo, even though Leo is very good, he just doesn't have that same sort of effect that the Kraken does when he enters the battlefield. But guys, I do believe that's going to be the end of today's video. It was a little quick thing about how I thought that maybe Sharkjira was just bad. He's honestly not bad. He's just not as good as he once was, and or as good as the Kraken. But that is just my 2 cents. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this. And yeah, I hope all of you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all those things. Road to 1K. And make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all those things. And I'll see all of you in the next one. Peace.